Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being patient this morning. My name is Tracy Frith, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sherwood Park, Alberta. I had a few technical issues this morning. Phone did an update last night, and when I went to go live, it wouldn't connect. So got it sorted out. So now I'm here. So we're going to be using this morning the awesome Otters Stamp Set, which is a celebration item that you can earn, and also the Simply Marbelous designer paper. So this is a 6x6 designer paper. It's also a celebration item, and it coordinates really well with the awesome Otters. So this is one side. So there's 6 colors, and the other side is the swirls, which kind of looks like water. So that's what we're going to use today, or focus on today. And in doing that, we're going to make this cute little card. And I didn't do the inside of this one, but I will do the inside when I do the demo today. So to start with, we are going to need a piece of gorgeous grape cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that's your standard card size, card base. I have a piece of the Simply Marbelous DSP in Gorgeous Grape, and I believe it might be Highland Heather as well in there. And this is 2 1/8 by 5.5. I have a scrap of Pool Party, and you want to make sure that this is at least 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. A scrap of white, basic white, that is, again, at least 2.5 by 2 3/4. So it can be a little bit bigger, just don't want it too much smaller. And then for the inside of the card, I have another piece of basic white, and this one is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have 2 little pieces of the Gorgeous Grape ribbon. This is from the annual catalog. And this is the one's just a little bit longer. This one is 4 3/4 inches long, and this one is 4 1/4 inches long. Okay, that's your basic supplies there. All right, so we are going to start by stamping our little otter. And I'm just using the Tuxedo Black Memento ink for this, because I am going to color him with my blends. Oops. Side do I want to use? We'll go with that one. All right, so I'm going to stamp him near the bottom, not quite right at the bottom, but near the bottom. So we'll go up a little bit. He's such a cute little guy. And then we're going to switch to the little birthday hat. And just try and line this up as best as you can. It may or may not sit right on top of his head. Nope, I got a little bit closer that time, so that's good. And then lastly, my birthday greeting. So it just says it's birthday time. And I put that fairly close to the hat. There's always a little bit of space kind of between the image on the stamp and the edge of the stamp, so keep that in mind when you're lining things up. Oops. Okay, and that is, oh, you know what? Let's do one more little stamp on this piece. I'm just going to bring in some scrap paper for this one and for when I'm coloring. Oh, hello, Mom. I see she's watching me this morning. She got all my messages about being late, so that is good. We'll just do just his little face in the corner there on that piece. So that'll be my inside. So that's going to go away. My ink out of the way. And now I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Blends. So I'm using today I have soft suede, and I think I'm just using the light version of that. I have crumb cake, dark and light. I have the dark Highland heather. I don't have gorgeous grape, so I'm using Highland heather. I have dark pool party, and I have the light petal pink. Okay, so those are going to be all of my colors that I'm going to use today. So I'm going to start with the hat with the Highland heather, and I'm just going to color the little dots on the hat. So I haven't been outside yet today. I think it's supposed to warm up a little bit. Oh, hi, Carol. So I'm hoping it's a little bit warmer. I stopped to get gas yesterday, and all I had on was the little mini gloves, because I have a heated steering wheel, so I don't really ever need anything much more than that in the car, if even that. And the wind just ate right through the gloves, and my hands were freezing cold. So I'm hoping it's warmed up a little bit. There we go. So that's the hat. So Highland heather and pool party for the hat. And then my little otter, I'm going to color his tummy in the petal pink. And again, that was the light. Whoops. Sorry, my TV just turned itself on. Okay, so light petal pink for his tummy. Oh, -5 with freezing rain warnings. Gotta love that freezing rain. I'm ready for that all to go away. Okay, his little nose I'm going to do in the light soft suede. And then I'm going to start with the dark crumb cake and just do a little bit of shading, I guess. I'm not the greatest at the shading, but I try anyways. And then I'll go in with the, oh, make sure I have the right one. Yeah, the light crumb cake, and just gonna go over and try and blend it in a little bit. This little guy's so cute. This set was one I picked out almost all the other ones that I liked and was able to order, and still had some, like one more celebration reward that I was able to get, and wouldn't have normally gone for this stamp set, but since I had something available, I thought I might as well give it a shot, and he's kind of cute. Kind of glad I got him. All right, and I should do the same on this one. I'll just start with the light on this one. I'll go in after for the shading. So it's kind of your preference which, if you start with light or dark. I tend to switch it up when I do it. I don't automatically go for dark first or light first. for the blends. That's kind of your preference there. Yeah, Carol, what I do find though with the blends is they're pretty forgiving. Almost always looks okay. I do know when I start with if I start with the dark or the light ones, I almost always will go back in again with the light after I've put the dark on. I find it, oh, wrong one. We'll see how we can blend this one. I find it, the line's a little bit too harsh if I don't do that. So if I start with light, add dark, I'll go back in again with the light one. There we go. Okay. Oh, Carol says she buys most of the cutesy stamps to make cards and bookmarks. Well, that's a cute idea. Yeah, I used to make bookmarks all the time, and I haven't done that for quite a while. I guess I've been doing more reading using ebooks lately, so I don't use bookmarks as much. All right, there's the inside of the card. So now all I need to do is to get these cut out. So I am using the stitched rectangle dies for this, and I've got, I can't remember which ones they are, but you'll know by the measurements. You'll be able to kind of put them in around your little guys when you go. I'll get my dies out in a bit here and I'll look it up for you. Okay, so I'm just going to cut those out. Just going to turn around and do that. We'll see if I can get them both on here at the same time. Looks like it might work. Except that my magnets are being a little bit fussy here. There we go. All right, I like to use the magnetic plate from our old cutting machine. I just like the way it holds the dies down, but every once in a while the magnets kind of shift, or the magnets shift where the shift on the platform. Oh, that one didn't quite cut out. Never had that happen before. We're gonna make do. And the dies will shift around a little bit. So how am I going to cut that out? Let's go this way. There we go. All right, and then I'm just going to put it all together. So a little bit of the liquid adhesive on the back. Center this one. Let's go that way, see if we can hide that little corner. Oh, that's cute. They have one of those little library boxes, you said? That's neat. I see them, we have 2 or 3 in our neighborhood. I haven't actually ever gone in and taken a book out or anything yet, but I see them all the time and I always stop and kind of look a little bit. All right, I like to use for my ribbon the Stamp and Seal. So I kind of, oh, I've got this piece really long. That's okay. So you probably don't need quite 4 3/4. A little bit shorter would probably be fine. So I'm just going to kind of line that up where I want it on my card here. And then when I flip it over, I can do the Stamp and Seal. I can line it up with my ribbon. And if you get one side lined up, press that down. And I always turn it over, and then I can make sure I get it straight, or at least straight-ish. Not always completely straight no matter what I do. So there we go. Okay, and then for this piece I'm going to use dimensionals on the back. In the middle. There we go. Okay, so I'll put that aside for now, and I'll get the card front and the inside put together. Okay. So you can pick whichever side of your paper you want to put down. I like this side because, like I said, it kind of looks like water, even though it's purple. I've just seen so many people using the blue version of the paper. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I went with purple. And that's just going to go onto the right onto the left-hand edge of your card front. Just right up against the fold. And then this piece can take the dimensional backs off. And I just kind of centered that in the front of the card. Oh, and I forgot my other little piece of ribbon. So the smaller piece of ribbon, I just tucked it underneath the first piece. Maybe, it's getting caught on the edge there. And then this piece, I just tied it in a knot. I always struggle with doing bows. So I use this method quite a bit when I first started making cards. And I'll trim it off just a little bit here. It was just really simple. It usually looked nice. And it didn't frustrate me nearly as much. And then you can slide your knot where you want it on your ribbon. It's not quite in the right spot. So there you go. And then I'll do my inside piece. Whoops. There you go. And then you have a cute little birthday card. So there we have it. Our little awesome otter birthday card with the Simply Marbelous paper. And again, both of those items are available with our celebration right now. So if you place a minimum $60 order from any of our catalogs, you can pick one of these 2 items, or there's a few other options as well. And I also just want to mention that I am going to be doing a kit class on February 19th. And the cost for that will be $26 plus shipping and tax. And that will cover the cost of your kit. It actually is the cost of the kit. So you can use the host code. And I had given another host code before for this. I'm just going to use the January one. But if you saw the old one and ordered that way, that works fine as well. So the 3SAM64YD will be the host code. And deadline to order is February 2nd. We're going to focus on the Light Up the Candles kit. But if you see another one that you like better than that one, go ahead and grab it. I'll walk you through all the instructions on putting the kits together. The only difference will be is if you there's a couple that have little pillow boxes or 3D like boxes in the kits as opposed to cards. Those instructions will be different, so it'll be a little bit harder to follow along. But any of the card kits will work. Some of them have stamps with them. Some of them, it's just all cutouts and stickers and stuff. So either one of those will work. And yeah, we'll get together online on the 19th, virtually probably through Zoom or Facebook Live, and put our kits together. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully everybody has a great day and great rest of your week, and get outside and enjoy the little bit warmer weather that we have right now. Because knowing Alberta, it's probably going to get cold again. All right, have a great day, everyone.